Hi everybody, it's Lisa with Shabby Time Boutique. There, can you see? I try to set up my lighting differently today because I wanna do a project share with you. So I don't know if you can see because of the way I have my camera, but this is a really pretty lace napkin. It's a napkin with lace trimming that I have covering my project, because on my last video what I talked about with you is how I used birdhouses to help define my crafting style and the colors I like and all of that. Well, after watching that video, the tutorial video, I mean, the one that I learned from, and doing those birdhouses over a period of 8 months or so, I started getting into the shabby chic crafting world. And I found a little Shabby Chic on YouTube. And hi Trisha. She did a short video. It's a project share on a birdhouse that she decorated. And she didn't make it into a fairy garden or anything, or a fairy house, but she decorated it in Shabby Chic style. And I remember it was in mint greens, because I do not like green. And yet now I'm starting to use mint green in projects because it's so beautiful in the shabby world. So anyway, what I'm going to show you was my first go at decorating a birdhouse. And it's one of those round ones, the 6-sided ones. So here it is. And what I did to start with, I wish I had just a plain one to show you, but I don't, is I started off by painting the whole thing pink. And then I covered it with some paint, it's a clear drying glitter paint. So it gives a shimmer all over it. And even underneath the lace. So once I painted it, I decided not to take off this little peg for the bird to sit on, but I did cover the whole with this beautiful flower that I found, and let me zoom in there. And then I surrounded it by a bunch of little pink satin flowers, roses, and then I used this really pretty bow to sit on top of this peg. That was the way that I got around it. Okay, then where to start? I put some feet on it. I painted all these feet and glued them on. And they stayed really good. And again, this was when I was learning how to use a hot glue gun. I put lace around it on top of the glitter paint. A very pretty white lace. And underneath the eave, let's see if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it this way. I put all these silk flowers all the way around it. So, and then on the, what I would call the walkway, I guess, if you were a little person, all around this is a really pretty lace trim. I didn't put the ribbon because I mean it's a ribbon trim. I wanted the pink to show through. And then I put the beads, pearl strands, all around the edge there. And then this lace trim going up, so it would give it some depth. And that went all the way around as well. Okay, and then on the top, what I did is this had, if you watch my other video, I told you that some birdhouses are flat and flush. And so for those little birdhouses, I made my own square cut shingles and glued them on. Other birdhouses, the balsa birdhouses or wood birdhouses, have their own roof shingles, and this was one of them. It had its own wood slats tiered up on it. So what I did is I used those and I layered lace in between the things. Now let me put it head on so you can see that. It almost looks like the back of an umbrella, huh, or parasol. yeah, so I went ahead and I cut and glued all these different pieces of lace trim, and I used the same lace trim throughout. Actually, I alternated. I did one, I don't know if I can get in here. There. One is this cute little trim here, and then, pardon all the glue strands, and then the other one on top of that is a pink trim, if you can see that there. And then I alternated the white and the pink. Not all, yeah, all the way up on each one. And then on the rafters, so to speak, I put beaded trim. Around the top, I put some silk flowers, some pearls on an elastic strand. That's all I did, is wrap the strand around it like you would a hairband. And then on the top is a little pearl that I've not had good luck keeping on there. So if I go back, oh, that's forward. If I go back, you can see it with the little pearl on there. It's very cute. Okay, and in between the flowers on the top, I put some, come on, focus. Takes it a minute. Let me set it down, maybe it'll, oops, sorry. This, I'm not used to this camera stand, so it's a little bit weird. Oh, it still doesn't want to do it, does it? Huh. Okay, well, back out. Anyway, there. What I was going to say is I put these little white stamen all the way around it. These flowers, I put the stamen in as well, the white ones. Okay, so to go around, let me back out and tilt this down just a little. There we go. So there's 6 sides, so I chose 6 different pictures to use. There's this one. I just love these pictures. And I put some feathers and pearl spray, and then an applique with a rose. Took the green part off. And then on this side, there's no picture, and I used just a simple flower on an applique on top of part of a crochet doily with some more pearl strand and some more pink silk ribbon. And you guys, this is all I had at the time. I had like no other stuff. I remember going to Michael's and getting so excited about buying a couple things of trim. And then here's another picture. And because this was my first one, I didn't know about the ability to print pictures out on paper-backed cotton or paper-backed anything. So this one is just paper. And I keep it on my dresser. I found this. Don't glue strands just annoy the heck out of you? I'll get it later. Yeah. And so then here's another one, and you probably recognize the words. So basically the same, and I alternated, right? And then here's the final one, which is my icon on Facebook. It was one of the first Shabby Chic, quote, vintagey pictures I found, and I just fell in love with it. So that's my altered birdhouse. I hope that you're inspired to go make one. Try it. It's pretty fun. This one took me a long time. There's a lot of detailed work in it, although not as much detail as I'm learning to do now. And you can make it a good one and go craft something.